I want to start by saying that uh, viewer discretion is advised. This is going to be one of the hardest videos that you're ever going to see about this whole Cory Holcomb case. I was even contemplating whether I should do this or not, especially if you're a dad, if you have children. This is going to be very, very difficult to watch. We're going to get through this video. Uh, I I want you to have an objective mind, but I strongly believe that the federal government is going to investigate Cory Holcomb.
Well, I'm saying, please keep this piece of tape for future references. I'm telling you now, when they go after me, they get dirt like a. When I was in Iceland, you don't have to be no 18. I think it was 13, maybe 14.
Yeah.
That's
See, here's one of the things. Like, I don't know the age of consent in any country because I've never cared to look this up. It's not interesting to me. Like, what am I think about? Again, guys, I have kids. I really love my children. I'm around my children every second. So I'm not gonna go on the internet looking for the age of consent in certain countries. If you start looking or thinking like that, then I think you really have a problem. But for the sake of reference, I am going to look this up just to make sure that he wasn't joking. The age of consent in Iceland is 15 for both male to male, female to female, and male to female couples. So it is that low. Okay, he said 13, but the internet says it's 15. Nonetheless, if you start to look up things like this, then I think you got a problem. That's just my personal observation. You really have a problem if you start looking at the ages of consent in specific countries. Again, when I was covering the Floyd Wallace case, a lot of the supporters of the passport bureau movement were talking about the age of consent in Brazil. And I was saying, why are you even looking at the age of consent in these countries if you don't have a plan to date underage girls?
a grunt. The vagina been on this planet 14 years. I've said this before on the show also. Do you know if a woman 16 years old gives you a baby, that is going to be 16, 17, 18, 19. That is going to be one of the healthiest babies possible.
Well,
At that age, they've been on the planet long enough. They're in their prime developmental wise to create a life. You're taught in America something different.
Those eggs are buoyant. You could dribble them eggs.
And this guy is the biggest idiot on the internet. He's a follower. Okay, Craig Facts or whatever the fuck your name is, if you're listening to me, grow up. Okay, grow up. Don't be such a follower. It says a lot about men. Men don't follow like this. You got to choose your own lane. Why are you even joking about this? After the show, you could have called him and say, Cory, do not make any more jokes regarding this because these are children. But he's not going to do that because these are followers. This guy is one of the most pathetic people on the internet. And I hope they all go down, all of them, because they supported this bullshit.
They got bounced back.
To other countries, I'm just saying, in America, most people only know what they know in America, but I've been to other countries, and in Iceland, I think the legal age to get with a girl is 13 years old.
Oh, my God.
Right, it blows
Is that
people's
true?
mind when they hear it. But in Iceland, R. Kelly is not a criminal.
He's trying to get extradited.
He's a normal guy in Iceland. I went to Iceland, and
See, one of the things that is really troubling here is all the other men that see this as a joke. All these men sitting on a radio show, on a public platform, joking about PDF stuff. Like, really? Is that what we're doing now? Really?
you just can't offer them money and gifts. And I thought that was so unfair that you couldn't give them nothing after you was done with them.
This dude crazy. I'm not going to Iceland. So I assume you've been to Iceland and you took advantage of the laws. Is that what you're saying?
I had a great time in Iceland.
There you go. That's an admission. That's an admission that he slept with a minor. Okay, that's an admission. And typically, the men that do this, they also tend to hold images of these minors. It's a very common behavior with PEDFs. So, this is why I'm saying that the feds should start looking into Cory Holcomb. No man should look this shit up. I feel horrible that I even did, but I did it for the purpose of this video. No man should be looking up the ages of consent anywhere, and I'm hoping all these governments can start changing their laws to set it at a standard 18 so that we don't have these people coming into your countries and taking uh you know and taking advantage of young girls. This is and boys. This is sad.
This past weekend, I saw this little girl. She had a Welch's grape juice bottle in her mouth. And she was about 5. She had the whole bottle as far as it'll go, just sucking on it.
Is he trying to sexualize a little 5-year-old girl that was just drinking juice? Look, if you've had children, kids put stuff in their mouth all the time. It's very common for little kids to do crazy stuff without, that's not the intent. Kids, that sometimes they are teething, so they need certain things in their mouth to kind of help them get a grip so they can like reduce the pain of teething. Every dad or parent knows this stuff. Like, why did his mind go there? This is not even comedy. Look at his face, look at the body language. This is not comedy. This man is sick. When the Anton Daniel stuff happened, and then the TMZ stuff came out, and all these other little things start to come out, the way he reacted to all these incidents, the way he's conducted himself, is the typical blueprint of a narcissist, of somebody that had a difficult upbringing, somebody that never sought help. And PDF activities tend to be one of the things that these people do. He can sue me all he wants, but this is the things he said in this video so far, and the things he's admitted to doing, really makes him a pedo.
Walking with her mama. Somebody said, get that out her mouth. When they took it out her mouth, that baby said,
and if this is a true story, that means he is actually observing little girls whenever they are walking with their parents. I don't look in the direction of any child with their parent unless I'm walking with my kids and the two kids show interest in each other. That's the only time I talk to other people's children. I don't even look at them. I just, unless they're doing something funny, and then I'll just laugh like, most parents do, and just say hello to the parents and keep it moving. Observing children like this tells me, like, again, this guy is exhibiting all the signs of pedos. He is, and he's not even hiding it. A lot of them tend to do this in plain sight. Remember when we did the Floyd Wallace case, most of these guys showed you who they were in real life. They do show you, they give you hints from time to time. And Cory has been giving his audience hint after hint after hint, and nobody did anything about it.
You know when she stopped crying? When a man picked her up and put her in her lap and started bouncing with her. Then she stopped crying and was looking like this. I say, that's a...
Cory Holcomb is very disgusting. Really disgusting. I don't even have any words. This is going to be the hardest video that I've ever reacted to. And I hope he gets everything that he deserves. I would not be surprised if we hear a federal investigation into Cory Holcomb in the next couple weeks.
That's a little growing right there. And everybody will say, Cory, what are you talking about? Cory, you crazy. Get the out of here. This little girl was in her bliss. with her mouth wide open. She was just, it had the cap on it and everything. They took it out her mouth. Then a man picked her up and started shaking her on his knee, and she was like, I said, that's a.
It's not even funny. I don't. Who is laughing? Maybe the co-host from time to time they laugh at shit like this, but who is even laughing in the chat? I told you all these men are sick. These manosphere guys, these Negro manosphere boys, all these guys that watch 5150 religiously, they're seeking answers on the internet. They're sick, man. These are men that are lacking a lot.
That's a little. It's just Cory Holcomb crazy. I almost want to go back and ask about that little girl and do a documentary on her life. So one day I can show I know what I'm talking about. But in this society, I'm a bad guy. That ain't nothing no little girl do unless she has the urge to do things like that. She has the urge to be satisfied. But ain't nobody gonna pick it. Cory bad. Cory bad. Everybody, Cory, did you hear what Cory said? The little girl took the bottle out of her mouth and he said she gonna be a yes. And if it was more men in the house, the little daughters wouldn't be walking around with things preparing their jaw for hustle. Her jaw is being prepared for hustle. And this was a little girl.
Her teeth aren't.
Baby Goobler. I like that.
See, even Darlene was participating in this. Like a grown woman, Darlene, is participating in this. Now there's allegations that Darlene is gonna quit the show, but she's been part of this shit too. This is why you have to be very careful who you associate yourself with. She's known Cory, she knows Cory's behavior. These things are no jokes. The man needed help, but all these guys were around him because he provided some financial gain or maybe some publicity for them. So they overlooked it and sometimes they participated in this. Doing this Anton stuff, this is the only time Darlene has looked at this and said, shit, I don't want to be part of this stuff. But Craig is still there. Craig's still even crazier than before. So these behaviors are very troubling. I really think the Fed should investigate this guy. They really have to. I'm probably going to tag them in this video if they're going to watch it. Shit, I'll send them an email if I have to, right? Because I have very good instincts. I really do. I have very, very good instincts. This is not, I'm not saying I'm special, but I really do have very good instincts. And I really believe deep in my heart, I really believe that there is something that they can find if they look into his computers and his, and his storage, uh, and his cloud storages, his phones, gadgets. I think they'll find something. I strongly believe that they'll find something.
Me for real. One day I was living with this lady and her daughters crawled in the bed and I ain't have on shit.
Yeah.
I was up under the cover.
Wow.
And I was like, oh shit. And one of her
Tell
daughters
her, Michael,
was like,
rest in peace.
her daughter was, she was in high school. I think she was 15. Still not legal. You just can't tell your true thoughts. Her daughter was going to be thick like her mama. I know that much.
Yeah.
I knew her daughter was a bust down.
So that is how you're describing a 15-year-old girl. You're under the covers with nothing on. I don't know. I don't sleep with nothing on. I got to at least wear something, pajamas, some underwear. I don't sleep like that. So how you're wrapped up like that, that's very suspicious. How you're sexualizing a 15-year-old, that you have a relationship with her mother, it's also very suspect. This guy is a pedo. Okay, let's just be honest about it. This guy is a pedo. Like I said again, I don't care if he sues. This guy is a pedo. And I'm saying that because he's admitted to saying that, unless he qualifies that by saying he was joking. But the burden of proof is on him. I don't have to believe it. And in this case, I don't believe it. I really think that this dude is sick. I think he's been a problem all along. and people overlooked it because they thought that he was a comedian and he was joking about it.
Down, she got pregnant like a year after I moved out. She was 16. I knew she was gonna get pregnant, goddamn, because she used to do. She used to do to let me know. Damn, this is trying to get me in trouble.
Oh.
Her name was Tiffany. Right. All of y'all kids.
Yeah, she has a documentary.
Kid
out
pussy,
right
that's the best put. Well, I'm saying. Right. All of y'all kids.
Yeah, she has a documentary.
Kid
out right
pussy, that's the best put. Well, I'm saying. I don't watch you kids. Some niggas want some type of real bad.
Jesus Christ.
Can you get charged if you spoon a child?
This guy is sick. He's talking about kids, private parts. Like, you don't put that even in a sentence. I don't care, comedy or not. Name me one comedian right now that does sex jokes with children. I've never heard a Dave Chappelle do it. I've never heard any of the big names or even the small ones that are coming up. They don't do that. A lot of them even stay away completely from kid jokes. This guy is not normal. And he got away with this for so long.
Like, get behind him, make him take all his clothes off, and you hug him like that. Is that a charge?
Sure. Yes, Graham.
What is
pretty
that?
sure.
Not no penetration, just
Doesn't have to be penetration.
Even to think about that, like, why is he having communications around this subject? This is what I'm saying. Why are you having communications around this subject? And this is not one clip. I've done videos on these people, so I'm starting to see a lot of the similarities, especially when I just did the Floyd Wallace case. I'm seeing a lot of similarities here. I strongly believe this.
Penetration. It's so you can't
That's love.
You can. Okay, hold
What
on.
if it's a stepchild?
Okay, I don't know where we're going with this, but
I'm just asking. They got these charges. I'm trying to see what the charges gonna be.
the wedding.
Yeah. So when he talked about Iceland, he doesn't want to go to jail. So he's telling people publicly that he's a pedo, but he does it legally. So if it's illegal in the US, he won't do it. But he will go to countries where it's legal to do it. Okay. So then becomes a moral argument because now it's not illegal in Iceland. This is why he could say it publicly. What he doesn't know is even if the age of consent is low overseas, U.S. law can, in this case, take place if the person involved here is a minor. The Americans can always prosecute you for that. We've done cases on people that have been prosecuted for similar things. But Cory Holcomb doesn't know that. He's not a very intelligent person. So he says this, and he's also masking it with comedy. So people don't even know that he's serious about this stuff. But we've watched enough of these clips now to understand that this guy was very serious about this stuff.
The wedding ring.
Somebody called me Corey Kelly because I said spoon.
Oh, good one.
I would never
Or Corey Epstein.
spoon a child. I'm asking what happens if you do it. It's called research. Let's keep this piece of tape for future references. I'm telling you now, when they go after me, they get dirt like a I'm here to tell you, if they go through my computer, they're going to be like, Corey, like.
Yeah, you see, I told you. And they have to. It's very common of pedos to occasionally give you hints. His hasn't been picked on because he was doing it in the name of comedy. But these hints usually tell you something about them because they need some type of validation for the things that they do. This is why I'm saying that the feds should start looking into Cory Holcomb. It won't take them long at all. I strongly believe that. I strongly believe it will not take them that long at all to find what I think they will find on his hard drives.
What else can I put out there?
Snacks.
I mean, them a big in the child. I'm gonna check my browser, goddamn. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That woman is like at a point in her life where she is. What?
You see, he's using 15, 16, 17 and saying the woman is at a point of her life where she's, I don't even want to say it, moist, right? This different clips from different eras of him repeating the same things. Dude is admitting publicly that he's a pedo. Again, this is not defamation. He is admitting it, and he's saying he is. Unless he qualifies it as comedy, the burden of proof is on him. I don't care if he thinks this is defamation, he can sue me. But I strongly believe that he is telling us exactly who he is. And the reason I believe that is because of his actions over the last couple of weeks. He does not make rational decisions. He's a grown up, but he has a child's brain. He didn't really fully develop.
It's just nobody likes to say shit like that in America because you can get in trouble for that. Now, I don't want no woman that's 16, 17, 18 because of the laws and because of the mental.
Because of the laws. So if the laws allow it, then he didn't see anything wrong with it. This is why he referenced Iceland. This is why he references countries and the legal ages of consent. This is why he researches the legal ages of consent. These are all patterns of things that pedos do. They all do this. Research any pedo. They all do this. They all look up ages of consent. They all look up how much time they can do and stuff like that, because the goal here is so that they don't get caught. So they try to find where they can do this legally. But he's exhibiting all the things that pedos exhibit. This is exactly the playbook of a classic pedo. They all do this. Okay. The reason that you're not seeing it is because he's a comic and you're thinking, oh, he's just joking about this stuff. And this is why some people that were on the panels with him would think that, oh, this is just a joke. This is a show about jokes. There's so many other things that you can joke about. Why is it consistently about little children? That's a pedo.
Mental state she's in.
Epstein Island, that'd be a great movie.
Yeah.
What was happening on Epstein Island?
The children.
So you telling me?
Oh my God, they weren't children. They were.
What the
There you go. Now you don't.
What do you mean? I said no, and I said
You wouldn't watch it if it was a movie. It ain't real.
I ain't watching.
Yeah, I guess wherever this clip is coming from, it's so graphic that they had to kind of do this and blur it out. I don't even want to hear it. At this point, you guys get the point. You know where this is going. I would not be surprised if there is an investigation into Cory Holcomb, because I personally strongly believe, after covering some pedos in the past, I strongly believe that he's showing you the classic pattern of a pedo. I will not be surprised if there are some raids on Cory Holcomb's home. I will not be surprised. So if it does happen, we'll come back here. We'll make a video about it. We'll probably stream about it. But I know these things happen. He's shown me the pattern of the people that I've covered in the past. And I really strongly believe, and he's admitted it because of his pattern. So again, this is not defamation. He has admitted that he likes little girls and that he's even slept with a child underage, which makes him a pedo. It doesn't matter if he did it in a country where it's legal. It still fits the definition of a pedo. This is almost a 60-year-old man talking about sleeping with children who are 15-year-olds. This is really sick, man. And I think his show is done. I would be surprised, but with these blacks, you can never, they'll never surprise me. I won't be surprised that these men will still go over there tomorrow and watch him. I think we're going to do on the main channel, we're going to do a 5150 watch party to see what he's going to talk about. And we'll break it down in real time. If it's legal, I'm going to look at the YouTube rules just to make sure this is legal. But we're going to do a 5150 watch party tomorrow to see what he talks about.